students, welcome back to Science Online class. I hope you all are absolutely fine and doing well at your home. Dear students, in last class we are learning about the plastic. Plastics things are well familiar with us. It is not a new thing for us. So many types we have known about the plastics. So dear students, when we are defining the plastic, we can classify this plastic into two types, that is the thermoplastic and thermosetting plastics. So what do you mean by thermoplastics? That some of the plastics which gets deformed easily on heating and can be bent easily are known as a thermoplastic. And when we are talking about the thermosetting plastic means when we are applying the heat, it will not going to be molded, okay, or it is not softened by the heating. So such type of plastics is known as the thermosetting plastics. So dear students, let's extend the same concept of some another information related to plastic concept. So dear students, we will going to start now. Okay dear students, so let us discuss some useful properties of plastic, that why I have to choose the plastic as a material. So dear students, the first thing which we are going to discuss here about the plastic, that is plastic is a non-reactive material. Okay, usually what happens when we are taking the metals container, then it gets corroded. As you know that metals are highly reactive with nature, but when we are talking about the plastic is a non-reactive material. Metals like iron get rusted when left exposed to moisture and the air. Okay, when the iron container or any one of the aluminium container, when you are kept as a in an environment for a long time, then what will be the conclusion? What happens? It will get corroded. But when plastics, when we are using, it is not reacting with water and air, so they are not corroded easily. That is why they are used to store various kinds of materials, including any chemicals also. Okay, so sometimes the chemicals also you can use for the storing purpose. The container which is made up of plastics, you can use for the storing purpose of the things. Okay, so why we are using? Because plastic is a non-reactive material. Okay, the next concept is the plastic as a material of choice. Why we have to choose the plastic? Because plastic is a light, strong and durable. Okay, so when we are using the plastic, what is the main criteria? You know, plastic is a very light. Okay, when you are going to carry it, it is a very light in nature, as well as it is a strong. So since plastic is very light, strong, durable and can be molded into different shapes and size, it is used for various purpose. Why we are using? Because the plastics are molded and as well as it will get in a different shapes also. So it is used for various purpose. Plastics are generally cheaper than other materials. Yes, the materials which is made up of plastic compared to the metals, you will get a very cheap. Okay, so that's why the common man can afford this. Okay, so here the first thing what we are discussing, that is plastic is a light, strong and durable, as well as plastic is a non-reactive material, and plastics are generally cheaper than other metals and they are widely used in the industry and for the household articles. So you can see in this image, these are some households which we are using in our day-to-day life, the container, bottles and some another lunch box also. So these are the some households which we are using in our day-to-day life. So the next thing, why we have to choose the plastic, we have a lots of example. Let us discuss one by one. The first thing already we have discussed, that is chemically is unreactive. Okay, as compared to the metals, the plastics are unreactive, as well as this is the poor conductor of electricity and heat. In last class itself we have discuss the concept of thermosetting plastic. So the pan handles, which is made up of bakelite and the melamine materials. So what is the main property you have learned? That is, it is a poor conductor. It means bad conductor of electricity and the heat. So that's why in our home what we are using? We are using the switch which is made up of plastic itself. So we are using the pans and on that pan the handles is which is made up of plastic. Okay, so why? Because it is a poor conductor of electricity and can be molded into different shapes. You can mold it, okay, just by pressing you can mold it, as well as you can give another shapes also. And affordable, a common man can afford the plastics. It is easily made, okay. So it can be made easily. Why? Because it is molded in shape, as well as very lightweight. So as you know that as compared to the metals or any other materials like a wood, so the weight of plastic is light, as well as it is strong in nature. It is very strong in nature, durable in nature. So these are some common properties which you have learned in the previous classes also. These are the general concept what I am discussing here about the plastic. Okay, so dear students, have you ever think about the plastic and the environment relation? Okay, what is the relation between the plastic and the environment? Whether it is a good for environment, whether it is a bad for environment, have you ever think that? Okay, let us understand this thing. But before going to understand this thing, let us understand the concept of biodegradable and the non-biodegradable. So biodegradable, the word itself, you can imagine that the materials which gets decomposed, okay, decomposed through natural process. So with the help of biodegradable, is it possible to prepare manure? Yes, it is possible to prepare manure. So where we are using the manure for getting the good yield of the crop production. So dear students, why we have say as the biodegradable substance means the material which gets decomposed by the bacteria, okay, or you can say natural action is called as a biodegradable. It should be decomposed by action of bacteria, is called as a biodegradable. And the material, it is not easily decomposed like a inorganic material. It is considered to be a non-biodegradable. It is not going to be formed by natural process. So this is called as a non-biodegradable substances. Okay, so these are some basic concept to understand the environment and the plastic. Okay, so this is the simple thing we must to know. Okay, let us understand this biodegradable and non-biodegradable material. So in this image itself you can see lots of peels of vegetables and leaves of the vegetables. You can see what is the use in the biodegradable substance. So for getting the another use of this substances, we are using this process, that is the biodegradable. Okay, so let us understand the biodegradable material. In that biodegradable material, as we have discussed, that those materials which can get decomposed by natural process. So what are the examples? That is plants waste, animals waste, paper, jute, wood, cotton, clothes are examples of biodegradable materials. Okay, so biodegradable substances, what you can give the examples? The examples are plants, water, plants waste, animals waste, papers, jute, wood, cotton, clothes, as well as you can say vegetable waste. So these are the examples of biodegradable material. Okay, so these are some examples of biodegradable material. Okay, so now let's the thing which is a non-biodegradable. Now dear students, tell me the main definition, or you can say the example of non-biodegradable substance. What are the examples of non-biodegradable substance? So best example of non-biodegradable substance is the plastic. because it is not going to be gets decomposed by the natural process. So that's why which are the slogans we are giving? Prohibited the uses of plastic. Okay, so non biodegradable materials are those materials which get not easily decomposed by natural process. So what are the examples? That is the plastic, steel, aluminum cans and other metals objects are examples of non biodegradable material. Okay, so it means it will not going to be decomposed. So dear students, the intra-forces molecules of these materials, it is very strong. So that's why it is not decomposed by the natural process. So it needs lots of time and sometimes will not going to be affected also. So these are the non-biodegradable substance and plastic is one of the best example of non-biodegradable substance. Okay dear students, let us understand the plastic and the effect of environment. Okay, so how does the plastics affects our environment? In our life, many things we use are made up of plastic. Yeah, it is very true. And plastic is a non-biodegradable as we know. Yes, we know this. So throwing away these plastics pollute the environment. Sometimes animals like cows eat these plastics and few days they die. That's why plastic is very dangerous. So dear students, these are the common things we are observing in our day-to-day life, that throwing away the plastic roadsides, it causes the or it gets a harm by the to the animals. Why? Because some of time what happen, animals are eating something, then with that they are also eating the plastics also. So what is the effect you can observe? If you are eating the plastic, what will be the effects in your digestive system? Same concept you can just imagine about the animals. If they are eating the plastics, what would be the results of that after eating the plastics? So these are some things that it affects to our environment. Okay, so it affects our natural material in our nature. Okay, so these are some effects of using plastics. So how we can prohibited the uses of plastic? So we have a totally 4R rules, that is the reduce, reuse, recycle and refuse. Okay, so dear students, we have a totally 4R principle. Okay, reuse means what, refuse means what, reduce means what, recycle means what. Let us discuss one by one. Refuse means refuse the uses of plastics. Okay, so just ban the uses of plastics. Next is the reuse. Okay, so the plastic container or plastic bottles you can use as a pots. So this is one of the bottle and you can grow the plants in that plastic container. So this is also called as a reuse. Reduce means by using the plastics we can sometimes we refuse that, but if we are going for the reduce manner, then it is very good for us. So if we are reducing the concept of plastics, it is very good for the environment also. Okay, so just go for the reduce, otherwise recycle. So dear students, some of the things we can recycle, some of the things we cannot be recycled. So plastic is one of them. But nowadays what happened, the plastic road is also possible. Okay, just search in the Google, then you will get a more information about the uses of plastics, how we can recycle it. So sometimes what happens, we can recycle also, but the main problem is the money. Okay, so sometimes what happens, you have all the things, but value for money also you have to be think. Okay, so sometimes this recycle is possible, sometimes recycle is not possible. If the plastic constituent are very strong, then it will not going to be recycle. Okay, so these are some concepts we have to be understand about the 4R rules. Okay, so here when we are talking about the effects, or you can say that if you want to digest, or you can say if you want to decompose the substance, then how it decomposed and in which criteria or how much time it will take to digest, or you can say how much time to take here decomposed of these materials. Let us understand. So when we are talking about the peels of vegetables and the fruits, so which is leftover foodstuffs, it takes around 1 to 2 weeks because it is a biodegradable substance. And paper, okay, it will take 10 to 30 days. How? By the biodegradable substance, means the action of microorganism is, or you can say my action of bacteria is takes place here. So that's why it is possible. Cotton cloth, okay, we cannot use for the another clothes, but for cotton cloth it is possible to decompose it or biodegradable. Okay, is it a biodegradable substance? So it takes around 2 to 5 months. Wool, okay, so it takes around 10 to 15 years, not a months. Okay, so it takes a 10 to 15 years because this is also one of the biodegradable substance. Woolen clothes, okay, woolen clothes is also taking around about a year, means 1 year, because it is also one of the biodegradable substance. And when we are talking about the aluminium and other metals cans, it takes around 100 to 500 years because it is a non biodegradable substance. Okay, and when we are talking about the plastic bags, it takes around several years, which we can't imagine also. So this is the problem we are facing in our environment, that this non biodegradable substance takes lots of time to decomposed. Okay, so that's why we have to apply for our principle to save our environment. So dear students, I hope we have not left any kind of the concepts related to plastic, synthetic fibers and the materials. So here we have completed your chapter number 3. Okay dear students, so in today's class we are going to complete this concept, as well as you are well familiar this concept, so you have to do the question answers by yourself because it is very easy. Go through that, and in next class we will going to meet with the other concepts, other chapters. So let's meet in the next class. Have a good day. Bye bye.